Okay, I'm just going to take a look at the Chapter 6 Test Number 2 preview. Okay, the first page of the test that you'll be taking on Thursday will look very similar to this. You're going to be asked to graph the 6 trigonometric functions. So you need to make sure that you are familiar with the key starting points and the intercepts and so forth for these different functions. Remember, first of all, that the sine starts at the origin and it goes up and then has an intercept down and then another intercept. And that is one period of the graph between 0 and 2 pi. And then just extend it to the left to go to negative 2 pi. When you're graphing the reciprocal of the sine, it'll be the cosecant. So if you'd like to, you can sketch the sine curve in. Start at the origin and go up, intercept, down, intercept. But the key for the cosecant graph is that the sine is not part of the graph. You can lightly sketch it in there as a helper, but it's useful so that you know to put the asymptotes wherever the sine had its intercepts on the x-axis. So at 0 and then at pi and at 2 pi, the cosecant has asymptotes. And then it has these curves wherever the sine had a maximum or a minimum. When you're graphing the cosine, remember it starts at 1 on the y-axis, and then it goes down, has a minimum at pi, back up, and another maximum at 2 pi. And just sketch it the entire coordinate plane here, from negative 2 pi to 2 pi. When you're graphing the secant, you can sketch in the cosine first if you'd like, but just remember that where the cosine has intercepts on the x-axis, that's where the secant has its asymptotes. And where the cosine has a maximum or a minimum, that's where the secant has these curves. And then make sure that you're good with the difference between the tangent and the cotangent. The tangent passes through the origin, goes up to the right and down to the left. It has a period of 1 pi, so the asymptotes for the tangent are at negative pi over 2 and positive pi over 2, so that its period is 1 pi. And then just stamp it across. The cotangent has, if you graph the first curve with an intercept at pi over 2 and go up to the left and down to the right, its asymptotes are at 0 and pi, and then again you can just stamp that across the entire distance. So those are the graphs. You'll have to draw all 6 of those from memory when you take the test, so be prepared for that.